we're going to do a little comparison between the 11-inch drag pack setup on the Wilwood front disc brakes and the 13-inch 6-piston caliper. Everything's from Wilwood. This kind of shows you what's the same and what's different in the size by size. So the 6-piston disc brake pad, the 4-piston disc brake pad for the drag setup. Just doing size comparison. Looks like they both slip in from the top. These are held in with a pin. These are held in by ears, and I'm going to tell you there's a pin there too. So that's pad size difference. Caliper bracket. This will be. I'll check part numbers on these. I think they're the same. I think they're going to be the same. They're not the same. So never make assumptions right there. The 6-piston one has a the shape on them like that. It comes down. These are straight up and down. Same bolt pattern for the wheel stud. Looks like these are come out embossed to bolt the aluminum intermediate plate on, and those are just tapered for strength on the 6-piston set. So I guess I should grab the other one if they both got studs in them at this point. But so there's your. It doesn't matter because the studs aren't on either one of them. And I guess they could look it up for part number, but the part number on the drag setup is an HLL 270-8781. And the part number on the 6-piston is a DNN-270-12281. Differences in hubs. I would have lost that bet. Hardware kit. We showed these on a previous video. Now we're going to show the differences in the 6-piston and the 4-piston side by side. Come over here so you guys can see the size difference. And that bolts directly to the backing plate. And this one uses a bracket to a bracket. So that will go up in like that, and then that goes to the backing plate on that one. So more bracketry for the 6-piston. Nothing, I wouldn't think that would be uncommon because they're just different. I mean, it's that simple. But there's the difference between the drag setup for the Wilwood disc brakes and the 13-inch rotor setup for the 13-inch rotor setup. Another hub, another rotor, more bracketry. Probably going to go without saying because they're different. They're going to have different brackets, but we're just going to do a comparison here. So they're even clocked a little different. Wind up to 3 main holes. And you can see how with the 3 holes lined up, how the caliper actually sits in a different spot even. So the drag setup is FHH 3512, and the 6-piston setup is a DLL 10810. And so the 6-piston is thicker, not the drag setup being thicker, but the 6-piston is thicker, a thicker bracket. The eye candy everybody wants to see. I'm going to slide that over, James, just so we can. The difference in the 6-piston 13-inch rotor and the 11-inch rotor for the drag setup. So they do have another 11-inch setup, which is meant for the street with the fins in it, but we don't have one of those sets available right now. But we do have the 13-inch street and the 11-inch drag setup. So there's a rough, crude comparison on the 11-inch to the 13-inch disc brakes for the 1966 to 1970 B-body Chrysler. Thanks for watching.